Hey, how you doing, guys? I'm Senior Professor Juan Serrano.
I'm Professor Seminerio.
And we're back here. This segment of our Casa De Kenpo is a little special because what's happening is what we're going to do is we're actually going to share the freestyle fighting techniques of American Kenpo Karate. These are freestyle techniques. These are actually techniques that many people, some took it to a point where they can actually apply it in sparring. Although, because of the material being so extensive and overwhelming, a lot of people would just say, well, you know, we don't need it and we can just move on with it. But the beauty of learning the freestyle techniques is that they taught students how to bridge sparring with self-defense. You can't always think that someone's going to grab you and do a long kimono or 5 swords or whatever. And even if you did strike someone with a technique, and if you try to step away and suddenly you saw that you were forced to spar, then you had to apply these freestyle techniques within your self-defense. So what we're going to share with you is the basic yellow and orange belt and purple belt freestyle techniques first. Yellow, pretty much, we're going to go right into the orange because the orange consists of the yellow anyway, okay? But what you're going to see again is different interpretations of how we do it, how we like to share it. We're not going to be robotic, staying in place where we're trying to, but just to give you a good feel of the terms of how a person would react also behind the techniques, and then how to apply your self-defense later on into your freestyle techniques.
I think it's important to drill these techniques. They teach you how to use both hands. A lot of guys, when they start doing karate, they get into the habit of fighting with one side forward, usually the right side, and kind of battling with only half of their weapons. With these freestyle techniques, you're always using both hands, sometimes using both feet, so it really brings all 4 limbs into play. I think it's a great tool for you guys to use to really introduce using the back hands and the back weapons, which can kind of get scary to throw sometimes because students are afraid to turn it into something. So with these freestyle techniques, again, repetition is key. Put the numbers in, and your percentages go up when you fight.
That's right. Now, before we continue, what we're going to do is, of course, when you see the freestyle techniques, they all start with the B. B stands for your base move. The base move consists of me and my opponent being on the left-to-left neutral belt, okay? Now you have B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. The number signifies a foot maneuver. 1 is an in-place, 2 is a shuffle, 3 is a front crossover, 4 is a front crossover step out, 5 is a step through, and then number 6 is a forward rear crossover. Okay? Now the lowercase a and the lowercase b, what that signifies is that as I'm in place with my opponent, I'm grabbing their left hand with my left and pulling it down at a 45. Okay, while I simultaneously execute a vertical punch to the mastoid or pulling down a 45 and delivering a right uppercut. That's your base in the freestyle. What's important to understand is that it's not a rule. This way, what the freestyle techniques are going to teach you is how to prefix, you're going to learn how to suffix, you're going to learn how to insert, delete, alter, adjust, and regulate your techniques to give you a broader understanding of how to tailor it to fit yourself as well. So in between, when you start hearing like K, B1A, we know that stands for kick. TSK, thrust, sweep, kick. P stands for punch. Capital H stands for heel palm. I like to add UPC for uppercut, because I like to use an uppercut. So again, you start hearing a little abbreviations of the attacks as we're going along with it, okay? All right, so we're going to start it off. First one we start is an in-place, okay? It's freestyle techniques B1A and B1B. Okay, now we're going to go into B2A, shuffle punch. B2B, boom. Now we're going to go into B3A again. Crossover as I grab, boom, punch toward the face, and B3B. Last one we're going to set up is B4A. So I'm going to cross check, grab as I am my neutral, and step through as I punch. Bam. Watch it again. So 1, 2, punch, 2. And of course we have B4B. And we'll try again. Good. All right. Some things that I like to teach when I'm showing my students is that you don't always have to think you're going to grab the guy's hand. There's a few things going to happen when you're grabbing. Number one, he might try to grab too and counter and hit you as well. So what I like to do is if I'm going to put the hand there, I like to check it and just tap it out of the way because that's enough of a distraction to get my shot at. Okay? Second, if I let my left hand in, 3 things are going to happen. Number one, either he's going to weave and slip out of the way, which is the best thing that he can do to avoid getting hit. Number 2, he's going to block it because you don't want to get hit in the face. And number 3, if he doesn't block it, he's going to eat it. So that's always your choices that you have when setting up. You don't always have to think of grabbing first, all right? So now the next step we're going to do is we're going to add K, B1A, K, B1B, K2A, K2BA, so we're going to keep switching it up, all right? So first one is K, B1A. So kick with the left, snap, grab, punch. And B1B. Do the same thing this time. When I kick, I'm kind of like pushing it back, and then I'm going to shuffle into the punch. So that's K, B2A. Good. Number 3, we're going to kick again. Pow! Come back, blitz, and punch. Right through. And 3. Okay, then the last one, we're going to set it up, and we're going to kick again. Pow! I go cross over. 1, 2, and step through. 3 with punch. Good. And that's your opening for the K, B1As. Do 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And as a note, with the kick techniques that I like to do, is I'll even have him block the kick in setting up the grab punch. So if I shoot the kick, he blocks it, bang. Same thing here, he shuffles back away from this, now I have to cross in and catch up, okay? So your foot maneuvers account for something. You're accounting for him moving back, or him starting way back, and you're trying to close the gap, okay? I don't know if you're going to want to be marching in a crossover to close the gap, but maybe as I kick, he moves back, and it requires me now to cross in. And as you'll use later, you'll use that crossover to attack. Okay, so use those foot maneuvers for something. All right, guys, next segment there is B1A H. Okay, or H, or H, or H. That denotes a heel palm, front heel palm. Now that front heel palm can be, after B1A, straight up the pipe, vertical heel palm, horizontal heel palm. To here, okay? Really doesn't matter as long as you're using both weapons. Notice I'm pivoting into the guy, boom, then I turn in the other shoulder as I attack with that arm, bang, okay? So first one is B1A H. So I grab B1A, I turn back. I like to use the check down here, heel pop. B1B H. Now B2A H. Okay, all you're doing is you're suffixing your technique with your heel palm. So B2A, I do push, drag, shuffle. Grab and punch, H. And I'm out. B2B H. B3AH, so you're going to do your front crossover, stepping out, grab punch, same thing, bang, to the back, heel palm, crossing out, B3BH, B4AH, crossing over, stepping through my punch, bang, I like to check the knee, now shoot the H, bang, back hand, okay, stepping through, crossing out again, B4BH, after that, the last segment is we're going to prefix everything we just did with a kick, with a K. So KB1AH and so forth. Here we go. KB1AH, KB2, so forth. We're just going to finish it up.
Hey guys, so we're back. Again, we're going to start switching it up again. Like I told you, we're going to prefix sometimes, we're going to insert, we're going to delete. Right now, we prefix with the K. Now we're going to delete the K, we're going to go straight to our B1A, but we're going to do B1AHK. So now we're going to add the K to the what? We took it out from the opening, and now we're going to place it to the ending as a suffix. So, again, first one we're going to set up B1A, boom, H, and from there K. Pow! So right front snap ball kick to the left or the right inside knee. It is the same, B1, B, H, and K. Pow! Okay, now we're going to do B2A. So here's my shuffle. Here's my H, here's my kick again. Okay, and again. Boom, bam. Now we're going to do 3. So, cross, punch. I've been doing it to the face. Again, we can do it to the body. Check and kick. Boom, right down. Again. Pop, boom, bam, pop. And the last one is stepping all the way through, crossover, step out, step through. So 1, 2, we're going to punch and kick with the left. Bam. All right? Boom. Yes. Here it's 1, 2, boom, pop, pop with the left. And that's the orange belt freestyle techniques.